Hi, good afternoon. My name is Guerin. I'm the Food Service Director at Health Alliance Hospital, and I'm with John Lemoine, my Executive Chef here at Health Alliance Hospital. Today we come from you at our Reflections Gardens at Health Alliance to show you a few techniques of healthy grilling alternatives versus doing chicken, burgers, hot dogs on the grill. So today we're going to do 4 dishes that you can do at home. Very simple, very easy dishes. One is a sway fish. John's going to explain what that process is. The second one is a steamed mussel, and we'll show you that. The third one is a turkey burger, and the fourth item is going to be actually a dessert. We'll save that one for last as a surprise. So I'm going to turn it over to John, the executive chef.
Hi. First we're going to make a sway fish, which is a sustainable fish, new and popular, wild white fish, fairly firm, not overly firm. We're going to be cooking this in a parchment. Papillote is the term. It means baked in parchment. We're going to do it on the grill today. So we've taken a sheet of parchment paper, large sheet, fold it in half. And I've already started a little bit. We're going to cut this so it's like a big heart. So I've started it so we'll speed up a little time. And what we have now is we have it so it's like a heart. So we're basically going to take our piece of fish. We've chosen anything will work in here, shrimp, small pieces of chicken. You want it fairly flat, even distribution of the fish. So we've had a little prepared garlic butter already. So put a little of that on the fish. We have a fresh squeeze of lemon. We have a little bit of white wine. We're just building it up with any kind of fresh vegetables that you like. So I have a little bit of julienne carrot. We have some nice fresh red peppers. We have a little bit of broccoli. You can put a little bit of onion in there if you'd like. A few slices, any kind of nice aromatic vegetables will work in here nicely. I like to put a little couple pieces of fresh basil in there. And then we're going to fold it. Put a little extra butter here, which is okay. Working with gloves just for safe handling, but you can do this. This is easier with your hands. Start at the top point, you just fold. You just work over each fold, and you're going around the whole piece of paper. Just folding it like you're kind of layering like a braid on like a crust or something. All right, you tuck that last piece in. Now, if you're going to do this in the oven, you could do it as is. But today we're going to do it on the grill, so we need to put it in some paper, some foil, just to protect the paper. We're going to seal that up. And everything in here will steam inside the parchment paper. It'll puff up, it'll all be cooked. It all cooks nice and even, very quickly, probably 13 to 15 minutes on medium-high heat. And what we do is we just put it on the grill, put it on medium heat. Okay, we set up the process. We finished the product on the grill. So as you see, I can unwrap it. The foil protected the paper from burning. So you can take this right out of here, you can place it on a plate. The paper's nice and sealed in the nice juices, the fresh juices. So you could take a knife here, you could serve this with a side of field greens, anything you want in here. All your product in here steams. You see the nice steam coming off. Vegetables are still pretty bright. You see there's a nice little juice pack in here. And the fish is all prepared nicely, and it's all nice and cooked.
We're back again. So another simple dish to do on the grill, very easy, is mussels. So typically people think of fried clams or clams during the summertime. Mussels are very inexpensive this time of year. You can buy basically a bushel, which is a lot of mussels for about $20. So what we're going to do today is show you how to do a real simple mussels in a sweet wine sauce with a little bit of kick to it. So what I'm going to do is take an ordinary piece of tin foil, unwrap it. I'm going to grab some of my mussels that we've already washed and cleaned out and got ready. I'm going to add them to my pan, we prepared for them. And then a little bit of TV magic already. What we've already done is pre-portioned out some of our products. I'm going to take a little crushed red, add a little crushed red to that, a little bit of oregano, ground oregano works. You can also use fresh oregano here too, but ground just kind of spreads a little bit easier. A little bit of kosher salt. Another good salt to use here would be a sea salt. And then always I like to use a little bit of fresh ground pepper, kind of a little bit nicer than the traditional pepper. And And then we're going to add a little bit of cilantro. Again, you can chop this up, but I like to put it in whole. A little bit of lemon. Usually when I squeeze a lemon in there, I like to leave it inside. And then I'll kind of just crimp the edges, fold it up, get it ready, and then I'll add probably about a quarter cup of wine. Again, depending on what you like, you add more wine, less wine. Sometimes you drink the wine, just really depending on what kind of day you're having. So what I'm going to do here is just kind of fold it up, give it a real tight seal. This typically will cook on a grill about 7 to 8 minutes. Real quick, real easy. So I'm going to add it to the grill. With TV Magic, it'll be ready in 30 seconds. TV Magic, the mussels are already done. So what I've done is just open up the container, a little bit of crispy, nice steam. So what I'm going to do is just add these right to a plate. And what I like to do is typically just serve this on the side so someone can just throw the extra shells inside. So when it's done like this, again, for me, I like just to add a little bit of olive oil to add a little bit of moisture back to it, a little bit more fresh lemon. So depending on how much lemon you like, I take just a little bit of lemon, slice it up, add it to the top, and then bon appetit. Another fun thing to do, or good thing to do for a party, is grilled vegetables. Everybody loves grilled vegetables. Summertime, particularly good for seasoned summer vegetables. So what we have here is a couple of vegetables that you would find in the summertime, usually plentiful, especially in the New England area. A couple of these are seasoned in the fall, while a few of them are particularly in the summertime. So what we have is a nice grilled asparagus, summer squash, zucchini, Vidalia onion, and a carrot. And we also have a red pepper, and we have a sweet potato. So what I'm going to do here is just show you some quick, simple steps on how to prepare them and get them ready for grilling. So because they're vegetables, you can cut them all up, put them on the same bowl is what I'm going to do. Toss them with a little bit of light olive oil and light olive oil and salt, pepper, and we'll move on. So again, just real simple cleaning techniques just on the ends. You don't need to cut much off of these. Keep them whole for ease of use of cooking and grilling. Some people like to cut them up in small pieces already, and I can tell you from experience it's a little bit of a mistake because they'll fall through the cracks of your grill and then you're finding yourself in a heap of trouble. So the onion's the same thing. I like just to cut it in half, and then when it comes off, we'll cut it up a little bit. Red peppers, I like to cut them directly in half and then clean the insides out. So what I typically do is just peel the top off, make sure I get the seeds out, bang them out. The vein, you can leave it in. It brings it a little bit bitter. We can take a small knife and actually peel that part out. But for our demonstration purposes, I'm just going to bang it and leave it. So again, the same way here. So again, just for now, just leave it there. So toss that aside. And then what I typically do is just a little bit of tossed light olive oil, and if you're liking, a little bit of crushed pepper, and then a little bit of salt on top. Give it a quick toss, and then we're going to put it on the grill. In about 30 seconds, it'll be all done. So it's been about 6 minutes. So what I like to do is just pull all the vegetables off. I like to char them on one side, again, for it's a more personal thing. And you can toss them and make a nice little salad out of them. Depending on your taste, you can make them a little less crispy, a little bit more crispy. And then what you do is want to peel them off, take them off the grill, chop them up, and then serve them. Toss grill salad is typically what I would suggest. Or you could also just leave them as a side dish. So what I would do is just real family style chunking them, cut them up nice. People love big slices, fills them up, less for you to pick up afterwards if you have small pieces lying around. And what I'm going to do afterwards is just put them in a nice little balsamic and a little bit more olive oil to kind of stretch them up a little bit. Again, it's a real nice, healthy way to spend a Saturday or a Sunday at the grill. It's not too hot like today. It's 8,000 degrees out here. But again, we love cooking, and this is what we do. So it's enjoyable, and I recommend everyone try grilling at least once. So again, just a quick little toss. And then I would serve that as either a salad. Again, you can chill this down, make a nice cold salad, or you can leave it just like that and serve it as a side dish. So one thing that if you notice that we're doing, we have white gloves on. So in the healthcare setting, we're very cautious about safety. So we wear gloves. At your house, you're more than welcome to do this. I definitely recommend washing your hands often. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to start off my little base. Then what I'm going to do is add a little bit of pepper. What I'm doing here is making a light dressing for the salad that we're about to toss with the chicken, as John mentioned earlier. So a little bit of olive oil. I'm not going to add any salt to this off because there's going to be enough salt already in the product. I'm going to add a little bit of crushed red for a little bit of heat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start mixing this a little bit. And typically what you do when you emulsify something is add the oil afterwards. But for my purposes here, I just want to do just a quick little toss. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of an Asian sauce that we created inside. It's like a hoisin sauce, a little teriyaki. And all I'm going to do is just mix this up, straighten this out a little bit, get it so it's going to coat. And what I'm going to ask John to do is add a little bit more oil to this. And what we're doing is a little sesame seed oil. So when you emulsify something, you want to go add the oil slow, as John's showing you right there. And you want to mix at a high rate of speed. And the reason you do that is so the oil doesn't separate afterwards. So and typically what you want to do is just get it so it's enough, so it looks like it's going to coat on your salad or whatever you're tossing. You don't want it too loose or too hard, because then it's not going to toss your stuff properly. So this is a little thicker. So what I asked John to do is add a little bit of olive oil to it. And we're just going to add a little bit to that. We're just going to emulsify it a little bit more to make a little dressing. And I think that's good, John. And we'll call that a day. And what I'm going to do from there is I'm going to add a little bit of field greens. So again, in the summertime, you can use a lot of different salads. I definitely recommend using a salad that you like. This is what we call a field green. It has different types of lettuces, microgreens in there. And again, a little bit fresh variety versus your typical lettuce that you buy at the store. So we're just going to do a quick little toss in this to get this ready. And then what I'm going to do is I'm doing this. John's actually going to pull off our shrimp and chicken off the grill. So we can add that to this and just make it a nice little tossed salad. Again, a great idea to do it. You can serve it on the side depending if people like it. You can do the shrimp separately if you really want, or the chicken. But we're going to add both to it and just kind of toss it all together. So because it's on the skewer, it's nice and easy for me just to kind of remove everything at once. Just get it all into the plate. And we're doing shrimp and chicken at the same time. So I'm just going to add the shrimp to this. And as John mentioned before, just be careful of the ends of the shrimp because those aren't edible, or you can, but it'll hurt your teeth. So I'm just going to do, again, a nice little quick little toss. And then I'm going to grab, John will grab that plate for me. John's just going to go on the other side and grab the plate so I can show you the presentation. So 90% of what we do is presentation. So I'm going to put the salad down on top, layer it, make it nice and high so it tops. And then I'm going to take my protein and my salad mix and just kind of put it on top. Just so it kind of layers and looks nice. And it gives you just the different layers and different techniques of doing a different salad.
And one more thing to Steve also, we also have the veg. You can toss some of those in with this salad. But where this is showing you a nice color, it cooks up nice and pink on the tail for a nice color contrast along with the shrimp. Very easy to remove. You just pinch the end of it and it comes right off. And all the shrimp is out of there. It's all stuck in the shell. So now it's completely edible. So it's very simple. Just pinch the end and just pull. And it squeezes right out. Enjoy.
Last two items that we're going to do are, as John mentioned earlier in the segment, a turkey burger, and we're doing it Caprese style. Caprese is Italian, so basically what we're going to do is do a tomato vinaigrette. We're going to do a little bit of arugula, some salt and pepper on top of the burger, and a little bit of provolone cheese because it melts nice on the grill. So what I'm going to do while that's working on, I'm going to grab a piece of provolone cheese, and I'm just going to add it to the burger that's been cooking on the grill. That's pretty much done, just so it gives a nice melt. So kind of quickly, what I like to do is just do a quick toss. So I'm going to grab my tomato, cut it in half, just do a quick little core. Just taking that little black piece out because it's bitter and you don't like to eat it. And I'm just going to take the tomato, cut my knuckles in so I don't cut myself, and just kind of dice this up real quick. Just fold it on its side, cut it over, and just do a quick little dice just so it spreads nice when it's on the burger. I'm going to take this product, the tomato, I'm just going to add it right to my bowl. In that, I'm going to add a little bit of fresh basil also. Again, I'm just going to take it, and we typically call it sharper knob when you fold it up, and then just slice it down the side. So I'm going to add that to my tomato, add a little bit of salt to the product, a little bit of crushed pepper. And then this is just a toss. We're not going to do a olive oil mixture, make a dressing, so I don't need to emulsify it. I'll just do a very little bit of balsamic and a touch of oil. And I'm just going to toss this product. And then I'm going to add, like I said earlier, a little bit of arugula, which is a spicy product. It's got a little bit of spice to it, so you don't need too much pepper as you saw earlier. And I'm going to leave that on the side. And on the grill, the cheese is already melted. I have a nice toasted bun here. So I'm going to put my bun down. It was a real quick process. I'm going to take my arugula tomato mixture. I'm going to pile that nice and high to give that flavor profile in there that I like. Then I'm just going to take my burger off the grill and top it, and that'll be done. There's a nice turkey. So the last thing we're going to show you is how to just do a quick, simple dessert. So you don't have to do anything fancy. What we did is get some woodsy ice creams, or you can use regular ice cream, whatever your favorite ice cream is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the outside of the pineapple on, just so it stays together and doesn't kind of fall apart. And I'm just going to give it a nice cut down the middle. And then what I'm going to do, just for this demonstration purposes, is cut out the center. You can leave the center in, just eat around it afterwards, which is what I did with the one on the grill. And then what I'm going to do is the juices naturally come out, and the sugar automatically comes out. So I'm going to put this on the grill and just kind of grill it on both sides. But for this demonstration purposes, we already have one already done. So what I did here is grilled it, put a little bit of white sugar on top to give it a little caramelization. And then how we're going to finish and top this one off is just put a little bit of vanilla ice cream on top. And this is nice to serve to the kids or someone that you want to eat a little bit healthy with the watermelon. You don't need to put any syrup or sprinkles or anything else on top of this. This works out great. And when the pineapple's hot, you get that little bit of steam from the product. So we hope you've enjoyed this series, and hopefully that you eat a little bit healthier and eat a little bit different going forward. So thank you very much to Health Alliance on behalf of John, myself, in the food service department. We wish you a happy living.